Hi folks, this is Nick, and this music is fantastic. We're going to be reviewing Return of the Jedi on the ZX Spectrum 48K. Thought I'd just let you have a little listen to that music, it's brilliant. But this is by Domark in 1989. Based on the arcade cabinet by Atari Games in 1984. Also come out on the Atari ST, the Amstrad CPC, Commodore 64, Amiga I think, and the BBC Micro. It's a bit different to the first two games, which were vector graphics. This does away with that. We've got a 3D isometric view, three sort of stages, speed bikes on Endor, the Millennium Falcon, then we're back to a speed bike stage, and then the at ST, which is a walker, and the Millennium Falcon again to destroy the Death Star. Here we go. Isometric, so left, right, up and down for speed. We're in the Endor forest. We must avoid these other bikers. They will shoot at us, and avoid all the obstacles as well. Right, okay, that's avoided him. Easier said than done, this. Haven't played it on the arcades. Look forward to reviewing this on the Amiga as well. Quite often, these bikes will crash... Oops, what's that? Yeah, quite often these enemy bikers will crash into trees naturally. Sometimes literally about a metre in front of them. Let's go through there. Whoa, that was close. So not much to it. All levels are roughly the same. Avoid all the obstacles. Don't get shot. There we go. Whee! No in-game music. Return of the Jedi. Have you seen that film? It's quite good. Kaboom. Right, we're racing towards the Ewok village. Once we get there, this stage will end, and then we'll get into the Millennium Falcon. And you can see the gameplay will be quite similar to this, I'd have thought. Did you have this game? Let me know. Here we are. There's C-3PO and an Ewok and R2-D2. They're not standing very close to each other. I think they've had an argument. Hooray! May the Force be with you, Obi-Wan. Right, Millennium Falcon. We're going through the interior of the Death Star. We must avoid all these things. TIE fighters will come through trying to shoot at us and kill us. Moves at a nice gentle speed. Oh dear, don't make the jump to light speed and don't crash. Come on, Nick. Oh, man. Come on, we can do this thing. Now, I haven't put it in yet, but I have got a poke for infinite lives. So if I don't get off this screen, because I want to show you what the next stage is like, then we will put that in and see how we can go. But it's a test of skill, this. Oh, dear. Millennium Falcon's got crashed again. This made the Kessel run in... I don't know when it... How long did... Oh, no. One shot and the TIE fighter blew us up. One life left. The shooting is very similar to that of a speeder bike. And it's game over. Oh, dear. I've been cut down in the prime. Right, we're going to put a poke in. I told you we're going to put a poke in. We're poking. Easy, medium, hard. If you complete it on easy mode, it goes back to the beginning again on medium. Level 1. Right, here we go. The Endor Forest. We know about this. Get out the way. Oh, see, I got shot there. When you've got one on your tail, you need to shake them off as quickly as possible, because they will shoot eventually, and well, your life is over. No flickering on the scrolling, which is quite impressive. If you've got this on MAME or played the arcade version, let me know. How does it differ from this? But it's seeming to me that it's quite a nice game. I prefer, although they're more basic, the other two games, I prefer Star Wars Empire Strikes Back, that classic vector graphics feel. This is a bit of a departure, but it is a conversion from the arcade cabinet, and Domark were just converting the game by Atari Games, which was already there, so I can't blame them for that. Goodbye, teddy bears, and your trap. I can fly around that. It's a bit pedestrian, but compared to the speeder bikes for real, oh god, look at that. They've launched a trap there. But I can forgive it for that. It's moving at an adequate speed for the ZX Spectrum. Not bad. And all Star Wars games. You put Star Wars on a game, generally I like it. But actually, why did I say that? There's quite a few duffers out there, isn't there? There is another Return of the Jedi game I've got listed to review. I think it's called Death Star Run or something similar. Where you're in the Millennium Falcon. So, haha. Ow. Don't laugh too soon. He who laughs last crashes into a tree. Yeah, so we'll come to that Death Star run at some point as well. I don't think that one's by Domark. I think that's separate. Right, he's parked. I can't get behind him and shoot. Damn it. Good job we got infinite lives. I'm finding it a lot more difficult this second go to the first go. The first go, I just flew it to the Ewok village, no problem. Why didn't they build the Ewok village closer? Looks like we're going down a single road, so maybe they should have just chopped the trees down. Well, it would have made a boring film, wouldn't it? If they just chopped the trees down and returned the Jedi. Speeder bikes. Whose idea was that? The best speeder bike game I've seen so far is Star Wars Battlefront, which I've reviewed. If you want to check out that review, we do hit the speeder bikes in that one. Been meaning to go back to that for a little while, but just don't seem to have had the time so far. But it's inevitable. I'm back at the village, and R2-D2's still in the mood with C-3PO, who's trying to keep as still as possible. Yub yub did it did it did 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 did. Come on, Han Solo. Or is it Lando Calrissian and Neon Numb? Come on, let's go through here. I want this Falcon back, and I don't want a scratch on it. Oh, that was a bit of a scratch. We've lost the radar dish. I would replace it for a square dish, more modern. Let's get round here. We're in the middle of the Death Star, though it doesn't look like it. There's a blue ground, but that isn't ground. It's probably a circuit board or something. At some point, we get chased by an explosion, I think. If I can ever get the skills to get out of here. After this stage, there's another speeder bike round for some reason. I don't know why they've chucked that in again. But it makes the game a little bit longer. So it's not, once you get used to this, it's not a very big game. Millennium Falcon's not white, it's black in this, but white I don't think would have shown up too much. But I like controlling a white Millennium Falcon, couldn't have had that. Oh, there's the reactor there. Now we're being chased by the explosion. Don't let that distract you. If we go too slow, we've had it. Duh, 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 duh. Come on. No Star Wars music here. Whoop, go through. Good. Come on, Han Solo or Lando Calrissian, who is everything. Oh, kaboom, and the whole thing blows up and we're in flames in it. Oh. Anyway, we're off to level 2. Back to the speeder bikes, which I told you about. Come on. I think we did sufficient in that Millennium Falcon for the Death Star to blow up, so that's okay. And we've got 1,000,002 lives. Scores counting up here. Once we get over 6,000, it says next bonus. I guess that's an extra life, which we're going to get anyway. Return of the Jedi. At time of recording, we're waiting for Star Wars Episode 8 to come out, which I think is going to be the end of the year. So, if you're watching this and there's already about 50 Star Wars films, this is really retro. It's a retro review of a retro game, or even more retro game. Whoops, what do you think of this one? Do you like it? Do you think it's awful? I quite like it. I quite like it. It's not one of my go-to games, but it's Star Wars and it plays well. It's quite nice and relaxing, this, if you don't have a speeder bike behind you all the time. Right, that shaped him off. Graphics are quite nice. Good. No Princess Leia in this one. I presume we're Luke Skywalker on this bike. It doesn't say. There's no Star Wars characters or speech in this. But I wouldn't expect speech on a ZX Spectrum game, that's for sure. Be interested to see if there is any in the Commodore Amiga one when we come to review that at some point. Always good seeing the difference between 8-bit and 16-bit. The 16 bits aren't always better. Quite often they are, but they're not always. Simplicity quite often works really well, and that's why the Spectrum will always be a great system. Not the Alderaan system, which got blown up. The Spectrum system lives forever. It's a trap. No, well, okay, Akbar. He doesn't. It's none of that in this game. He doesn't say anything's a trap here. Oh, we seem to be a bit stuck here. Why can't I shake this biker off? Right, we'll shake him off this time. Where is he? Come on, Ewoks. I need your help. The Empire got overthrown by short teddy bear things. They probably deserved it. Oh no. Right, this could get a bit annoying. We might have to edit this down. Next bonus at 9,000 points. We already got the 6,000 bonus. Maybe if we weave between the trees, we can shake this person off. Get out of the way. Go away. Oh, man. I don't know who that is behind me. He must have the Force with him. It's Darth Maul or Darth Idiot or Darth someone. Darth Merengue. I don't know how we're going to shake this person off. It's too easy. Who is that? Right, as I told you before, we'll do it. I won't get blown up again. If I do a quick bit of weaving, that might do it. Pity you can't shoot him before he joins the... Folks, what am I going to do? I can't end it here. I want to show the At-Walker stage and the versus the Star Destroyer stage, which is the last stage, admittedly. Oh, man. I tried to weave between the trees then to outfox that bloke on the left. Biker Scouts, they're called. Did you collect Star Wars figures back in the day? I did have some Biker Scouts, but never the speeder bike. I expect they're in the loft somewhere, maybe. No doubt the gun would be missing, and the box they come on is well gone by now. I wasn't... As a kid, I just wanted to play with the figures. I didn't think that in 30 years' time or whatever, they'd be worth lots of money. Let's not open them out of the box. What sad kid was? Don't know. I wouldn't have had the foresight to be able to do that. But Star Wars figures will be forever, won't they, now? Even when I'm 102, they'll still be selling them. No doubt. There'll be ones that walk on their own. Right, have we... Come on, stop. Yes, right. We've outfoxed him at last. Round here. Thanks, teddy bears. Or Ewoks, as they like to be called. Right, it must be near the end now. Oh, who's this? No! Ugh. We're just going to go through a trap then. Oh, I think it's put us past those logs, is it? I'm not sure. Yeah, we are past. As long as we're not back to that bit before where it kept blowing us up. Good. Right, round them. We're not going to get fooled by that. Come on, Nicky. There's a lot of... Oh! I was so close. Glenn close. Use the force, Nick. I'm trying to. It's a good job we got this poke in for infinite lives. There is a poke for no trees, right? But there's no way I'm going to put this... How interesting a review would this be if I was just me going along with no trees? That'd be terrible. Great game with no trees. Indoor forest. I know what you can take out of that. Trees. Hello, C-3PO. I've made it. Yes, the odds of me completing that were 1 in 1. Right, this should be the last stage. Right, here we go. This looks a bit comical. So we've got the AT Walker. Must avoid logs being thrown at us. And this will be interspersed with the Millennium Falcon. So this is going to be quite clever. Destroying the Death Star above this moon planet of Endor. I don't know when it's going to switch, but get ready for it. You've got to keep your wits about you. Avoid this. Here we go. Right, so it's a joint... Here we go. This is impressive going from each one. Look, check out these scrolling graphics of the Star Destroyers going past. That's really defined. It's a Millennium Falcon and 2 X-Wing fighters either side, and we switch back again. Now this is when the game is really exciting. I'm marking it up, severely up for this. Very, very clever as it's going from stage to stage. How are they doing it? I don't know. It's not me editing it, it's doing it on its own. Come on, come on. So if you're aware of the film, there's 2 fights going on. There's a great ground battle and there's a space battle as well. The ground battle is to take out the shield of the Death Star, and this up here is to actually blow up the Death Star eventually. And Millennium Falcon keeps getting blown up here. I'm determined to get to the end. Just don't get shot. Oh no, I'm getting shot every 2 seconds. We're back to that point where we was on the speeder bikes again, getting destroyed every 2 seconds. Come on. Oh, we'll do it by sheer fluke at some point. Come on, kid, let's blow this thing and go home. Or get blown up a million times. Damn you, Empire. The Imperials must be getting a bit confused now while this Millennium Falcon's not blowing up. I think we're past that bit. Good. Come on. Ugh. You can't fly too far. Like Han Solo could fly below the Star Destroyers, above them, flip round, spin. We've just got left, right, up and back on a very limited play view. Damn. How many Star Destroyers are there here? Sif Spit. Come on. Red 5, Red 2. Stay with me. Provide cover. Right, back to the Endor moon. That's enough of that. So it's going to flick between the 2 quite quickly now, I think, because we're getting near the end. Play the Benny Hill music when the ST comes back on. That might be quite comical. Go, go, go. Boom. Must be near the end now. Right, come on. I don't know who's in this. I mean, Chewbacca was in it briefly in the film. Come on. Kaboom, kaboom, bam, boom. I don't know who's doing the logs. We're both on the same side, aren't we? Logs. Here we go. Right, there's the Imperial bit. That's where the shield generator is. And we've blown it up. The Death Star shield is down. Communicate that to Akbar. Right, here we go. We've taken the shield down. We're flying through on the Falcon. Well done. This is almost as exciting as the film, don't you agree? Level 2 though, we'd already blown up the Death Star once, so I don't know why we're doing it again. Here it is. It's all out of order. We're blowing it up for real this time. Come on. Right, here we go. Exciting stuff. We're manoeuvring round the internal workings of the Death Star like the ace pilot that we are. Oh, is that enough? And the Death Star's blown up. Well, tough luck, Emperor Palpatine, and it's gone to the speeder bikes again. Anyway. Yeah, I think we will leave it there. We've seen all the stages. We've certainly seen all the stages. Well, hope you liked having a look at that one. That was Return of the Jedi, published by Domark in 1989 on the ZX Spectrum 48K, based on the Atari cabinet by Atari from 1984. Thanks for watching that one as always. Got any comments about this game, Star Wars, or retro game in general, then please put it below. Until next time, take great care of yourself, and a very fond goodbye.
Goodbye.